ahead and get this recorded to the cloud, guys. I want to welcome you to our chairman mentorship call. This is your host, Brandon Boyd. Super excited to have you guys on our call that we do each and every Sunday. So thank you so much, guys, for jumping on here. I'm going to be going over two parts for all the individuals who were not able to attend the convention. This time last week, it was day 3 of our first ever virtual convention where we had multiple six figures that were actually viewing the actual convention itself. We had some major releases. I'm going to go over those today. For those who just jumped on, the call is being recorded, and I'm going to show you guys how to actually get these notes that I'm going to cover with you today. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a share screen with you guys, okay? Because the notes I'm going to go over, I'm going to show you how to get those at the end, okay? So what I've put together, and you don't even need to take the notes because I'm going to give you guys access to this when this is done, is I put together the virtual convention recap notes, which I'm going to cover with you guys today, okay? Now, one of the things that you need to know that a lot of people asked about was the event playback. There is a recording. Corporate told us last week that probably at some point this week, they're going to be making the actual recording to the field available, okay, available in the languages it was presented in, okay? So if you'd chosen a language that was on there, they're going to provide that. And so anyone who actually purchased a ticket for it, anybody who actually had a ticket to the convention that was active, okay, I want to make sure that you guys know that you can actually get a copy of that, okay? So just know that you guys are going to get a copy of that event in the language that was given, okay? All right, now the first part, because I want to make sure and get that out of the way because a lot of people were asking about that, okay? Number one is the I Am Houston, Texas, September 10th through 12th convention is going to take place. It was announced September 10th through the 12th. I'm actually going to take it to you guys right here. IamAcademy.events. They're going to start putting more details on this page about the Houston event. So that link right there, IamAcademy.events, okay, you are going to have access to attend that event. Now, one of the questions that came up that people were asking about is, but what if we had purchased a ticket that was for the Houston event that we were supposed to have? And the answer to your question is that your ticket that you originally purchased will apply to the September 10th through the 12th convention. It is our international convention of the year. You guys will be able to go to that. So more details will come on that, okay? All right, so September 10th to the 12th. So make a commitment to be at that event, all right? Because anyone who said, I want to go chairman, or anybody that wants to have a 6-7 figure trading account and beyond, they go to those events. They don't miss events, okay? They go to those events. So IamAcademy.events. All right, now they talked about as well, and they showed a lot of times during the commercials, the new apparel. So what you're going to see right here, and a lot of people haven't seen this, corporate actually came out with some pretty amazing apparel. So you click on Get Apparel, okay? And for those who are asked about the URL, actually is in the notes. It's iamchange.org, iamchange.org, okay? So right here, what you're going to see is it has the entire collection of all of the I Am Academy, FRX, DCX, HFX. It even has the face mask. So make sure that you guys check that out. Great stuff, by the way, to be able to give during the holiday, okay? So make sure that you guys get an opportunity to see that. That was for the apparel that they had released here, okay? All right, so let's go back. I'm gonna go back to this here. And by the way, at any time, if you are not able to see my screen, always let me know, okay? We'll keep the chat open for that. All right, now right here, the Chairman Home Retreat. This is amazing. So what Chris Terry did, the CEO of our company, is he has actually had built for us a Chairman Home Retreat Center. Okay. Now, by the way, Maria, I'm going to go ahead and get the recording to you guys today. I'm going to show you. So in the spring of 2021, you will have the opportunity to go to the actual chairman home. The way that this is going to work, as long as you qualify, and I'm going to make this real simple, as long as you qualify between November 1st to January 2021 to the chairman rank at least 1 out of 3 months that you were qualified, you will be able to go to the home. If you are an existing chairman, you will be able to go as long as you're qualified in those months. So look at what it says. The flight and the hotel is included. Pretty amazing. Okay. And let me tell you something. I've actually had a preview, and I'll just leave it at that, a preview of the chairman home. It's absolutely incredible. It is worth the work. That I can promise you, my friends. Okay. All right. Number 4, all new, and this has been big. All new ECX for all those who are interested in having their own dropshipping site, Shopify, and all of that. It is available. And they mentioned to upgrade $109.95. You could actually go to im.academy/log in to actually upgrade your membership. I talked to corporate. They are working on extending this for you guys right now so that anybody that wanted to be able to get access to that, they're working on that so that, for example, I'll answer some of the questions on this here in a second. Some of the people that were asking about this, so that how could they actually get it, but then how could they continue to have access even if it was after the time of the promo. So here's the way it works. The ECX package by itself, if that's the package you want to buy, is $324.95, and then the monthly was $274.95. The PV, your personal point volume, is 150. Okay, now the current members that upgraded to the $109.95, that's 35 PV a month, and it will extend to the end of November. And talking to corporate. Okay, if you're an active member and you share it with 2 active customers, meaning ECX, you're a customer, you share it with 2 ECX customers, that monthly subscription, which is what? $274.95, waived each month that you have those 2 customers. Okay, very important for you to understand that. Right here is the actual sizzle video and website. So if I wanted to get the website, let's go right here. Okay, if I want to get the website, I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat for you guys. And here is the website for you guys. So ecxacademy.im, ecxacademy.im. This is the e-commerce ECX website. So if you wanted to show this to somebody, you can do that. This week, I personally am going to have a funnel. In fact, it's already done. The programmers are just finishing. For anybody who wants a funnel for ECX, there'll be that opportunity as well. This is the website right here. And for any questions that you have, just hit up corporate on that. Okay. Any questions that you guys have, make sure that you hit up corporate and they can help you out. Okay. So let me go back to this, because I want to answer some questions that came up on this one. Okay. All right. So people were asking about, but what if ECX is an add-on? Meaning, does that apply to the 2 and free? So just like with our regular packages we have now, the ECX package, if it's an add-on to your current subscription, like let's say you had FRX, DCX, or HFX, and you wanted to add on ECX, and you went and sold this to 2 people, it would not be free because ECX would be the add-on. Add-ons do not apply to the 2 and free. The main packages apply to the 2 and free. Now, is there a $25 fast start bonus? No, but you do get the PV. And what does the PV create? The volume creates commissions. Okay. Can I add a trading pack on to an ECX package? No. So just as an example, let's say that I had ECX and then I wanted to buy HFX, or I had ECX, I wanted to buy FRX. No. However, you can add ECX onto one of your existing packages if you wanted to, okay? So you need a trading pack for a trading add-on. So if I'm on HFX, I can add on Hourglass or one of the other add-ons. If I'm on FRX, I can add on a DCX package, typically $50 a month, okay? So that's how that works and answers those questions there. Now, a lot of people were asking about this. They want to know where to get the PowerPoint presentation. So if you want the PowerPoint for ECX, you go to im.center, im.center. Now pay attention to this, and it is in the actual text that I've written here for you. I'm going to give you guys a copy. So here on the left, you click on Academies, and under Academies, where do you think we're going to find it? ECX Resources. So under the resources, not only do you get the handbook and the flyers, but you also have the PowerPoint presentation right here as well. Okay, so it has it in English and Spanish, and more languages are to come. Okay, so that's where you get that. And again, I have given that to you right here so that if you need that in writing about where that's going to be, I actually put that for you right here. And again, I'll give you a copy of this so you guys can find it and use it for future use as well. Now, as you saw when I just logged in, the im.center dashboard is completely updated. You just go to IM Center. Just type in im.center in your browser, and you'll see kind of how they cleaned it up a little bit. It looks a lot more clean, organized, and easy to find stuff. For those who do not have the IM Academy app, they did a full update on that as well. It is upgraded. So all you have to do is go to your app store, type in IM Academy. So go right now, if you don't have it, go to the app store on your phone, type in IM Academy and download that. As long as you're a current member, a subscriber, you can download that and get access to that, because it will require your username and password to log in and get access to what it is that we have inside this company. And then the last part, before I get into part 2 of my training, is the Master Mentor series with Bob Proctor. Now, it has been discussed whether he was going to do weekly, bi-weekly, or once a month. I do not have all of those details. I've been told that he was going to do it once or twice a month, okay? And we'll see as it goes. But for right now, it's an add-on at $29.95 per month. It is month to month. There is no contract, okay? And it adds 5 points to the volume, okay? So you would go into your back office under menu and shopping cart, and you can actually add it to your existing package that you have, okay? Again, it adds 5 PV to the actual volume itself, okay? All right, so I'm going to get you guys these notes here in just a little bit, but I want to go into part 2 of my training. And this is where I really want to dig in with you guys, okay? Because the first part of what I'm talking about today was all about the virtual convention recap, to recap how many amazing trainings there were, announcements, the rank recognition was through the roof, never seen anything like that before. We are truly doing something that is revolutionary inside of this company. And so this part that I want to do now, and I'm going to take it off the screen share. This part that I want to do right now is really to show you, or at least ask, where do we go from here? Now that we've had this convention, now that 5 to 7 days has gone by, the question is, where do we go from here? It's been 5 to 7 days. The question I have for you is, if you attended that convention, what have you done since then? I know for me personally, I've signed up personally. Now remember, I've been here as of next month, 5 years. I have personally enrolled 10 people this week. I did 9 last week, so that's 19 people. I did 7 during convention. I have 2 more people that I'm enrolling today. And I typically don't even do business on Sunday. So the question I have for you is, what are you doing since the convention? Because again, you're supposed to not just attend convention, you're supposed to launch out of convention, meaning whether that's the business side, the trading side, or both. How do we actually launch out of this? What are we doing about it other than, man, that was a life-changing convention? It is only life-changing to those who actually do something about it. Otherwise, it's just knowledge. And we know that knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. Applied knowledge is power. Not knowledge is nothing. Applied knowledge is everything. See, what I did is I took notes. Not only did I have the recap notes, but I actually took notes, guys, of the training itself. And the reason why I did that is because I want to know what I personally need to do to take my life, my game, and my team to a whole new level. Always learning, always growing. Guys, you've got to be obsessed with progress. Progress equals happiness. You've got to be obsessed with progress. And so I'm going to give you guys some tips right now as to what do we do from here? Where do we go from here other than I'm more excited than I've ever been? That's great. But being more excited than you've ever been is not going to change your bank account. It's actually doing something about that excitement, because faith without action is dead. Okay. It's one thing to be excited. It's a whole nother thing to do something about that excitement. So again, for those who wrote down in the chat that they want to go chairman. Okay. Now, when I say chairman, I'm also talking about chairman in your accounts as well, meaning whether it's your e-commerce accounts, whether it's your trading accounts. I'm talking about going chairman in the charts as well. Okay. So if you're here and you're just like, hey, I'm trading and I'm not actually doing the business, or I'm doing the e-commerce and I'm not doing the business, that's fine, because I'm talking about going chairman in the charts or chairman in your Shopify accounts. It's totally up to you. Okay. So what I want to do now is give you the steps of what I've done to get to this point. Okay. What I've done to get to this point, I've made a lot of money in this industry. I've done this 21 years. I've not had a job in 16 years. I've raised 6 children with my wife, and I can tell you what I'm getting ready to tell you works, and it works over and over and over and over again. Okay. All right. So one of the things that I tell people is commitment is doing the thing that you said you were going to do long after the mood that you set it in has left you. Okay. Now, let me tell you why I say that. Because the reality is this, is that at convention, it is easy to be in a good mood and to be excited. But commitment is doing the thing that you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in has left you. For example, how many of you wrote down some phenomenal notes? How's it going for you? 5 to 7 days later, are you still truly committed, like you said, when you had that feeling, almost that aura that you get when you're at some type of an event like that? But then what happens is you get back to normal life, right? You come back to normal life and you're like, oh my gosh, dude, I got this job I got to go to. I got my family to take over. I got this or that. All sorts of distractions pop up. And that feeling, that euphoria actually goes down as the days go by. But commitment is doing it anyway, because one of our prosperity pillars is what? I act in spite of my mood. I take personal responsibility. I think win-win, right? I act in spite of my mood. You guys act in spite of your mood. You may not have been in the mood to actually be on this call today, yet you're here because you act regardless of the way that you feel. Some people say, I'm waiting for motivation. Here's what I tell people. Forget motivation. Take action. Forget motivation. Take action. Why? Because when you take action, motivation follows. Okay? You don't wait till there's a certain feeling to do something. And this is what has dragged me along for 21 years to never quit this, is because I do not wait to be motivated. Okay? I take action, and the more action I take, the more success that I have, the more motivated that I get. When I started exercising 26 years ago, I have never stopped going to the gym and exercising. There are many days, many, especially raising children, my friends, where I have not wanted to go. But that habit and that commitment continued to pull me through day after day. So that's the first part of what I wanted to talk to you guys about, is that commitment is doing the thing that you said you were going to do long after the mood that you set it in has left you, okay? All right, so here's what I do twice a day. And I always have it right here in front of me. I've always got it. I've got it on my phone and I've got it on my paper here in front of me. You want to go chairman in the charts, chairman in your e-commerce, or chairman in the business? I read my goals twice a day. 2 times a day, I read my goals. Every single day, I read my goals without fail. There's not a day that goes by that on my phone, I don't pull up my phone. In fact, you guys want to remember to read your goals because some people are like, I can't remember to do that. I can't remember to do that. Then you put your goals right on your phone, right here in front of you. I have mine. I've got my goals right here. In fact, if you guys were to see my goals, this is pretty sick. Let me show you. So I put it up like this. It's always on my phone. And it looks like this. And I categorize my goals. I categorize my goals. Now, if you guys want to copy this as an example, I'll give you a copy today. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm going to show you how to do it. Each day I review my goals. I got these memorized. Every day I'm thinking about my goals. Why? Because you have to remind yourself as to why you do what you do every day. Otherwise, I promise you, you'll quit. And you're sitting there going, now hold on, Brandon, you're supposed to be like Mr. Positive, Mr. Morning Motivation. I am positive. I'm positive that you'll quit if you don't look at your goals. If you don't look at your targets, you will quit. And that is a promise. So I promise, morning and night, you need to remind yourself as to why you do what you do every day. You need to remind yourself as to why you get out of bed in the morning. Some of you are like, it's mere survival. You're not here to survive. You're here to thrive. You are here to prosper. And that's what you were meant to do. Your birthright is abundance. It is prosperity. All good things will come to you. They've come to me and they're going to come to you as well. Okay. So I read my goals every day without fail. Okay. Another thing that I've done on the business side is I've always reached out to people. So I'm just right now at about 800 enrollments in this company. I'm ranked in the top like 4 or 5 of all time in the company. I consistently enroll people. I will continue to consistently enroll people. Why? Because I always reach out. And then you get to the point that you become so good at what you do, rather than you reaching out to people, people reach out to you. Why? Because you are constantly giving value. You are always giving phenomenal education. You are uplifting people. You are inspiring people. You are teaching people how to do what we do. You go from reaching out to a few people a day to people are reaching out to you. And that could include running ads if you had to. All right? People will chase you. There will come a day where, like myself, I don't chase people. I don't need to chase people. People will chase you. People are going to start to chase you to the point that you don't even, it's just like any other industry. You don't seek out for stuff. They seek you because you start becoming that person. So you become more, you do more, you have more. You start becoming that person. So another thing I do is I was reaching out and reaching out and reaching out and reaching out to the point that I do not have to reach out anymore. Okay. And that's what's going to happen for you guys as well. Okay. So reaching out to 2 to 4 people every day. My goal every day, it is still my goal today, is 1 to 3 people per day to check out our company. So that could be a webinar. It could be a video. It could be a live in-person event. Every day, eyeballs on the presentation. Okay. Every day, eyeballs on the presentation. So far today, which again, I typically don't even do business at all on Sunday. Okay. I want that spiritual recharge in my life and time with my family. But so far today, the people that sent me, I sent them the link. There's already been 2 people that have checked out the video. And I guarantee you, both of them are going to end up enrolling because I'm going to get back with them or them with me. I'm going to get the questions answered, overcome the objections, and get them started. It is a done deal. Okay. So I know that that pipeline will continue to grow as I get eyeballs on the presentation. It'll happen time and time again. Another thing that I do, write this down, is I promote all the calls. So whether it's a go live call, whether it's a business building call, whether it's a mindset call, whether it's a fast start, or whether it's a chairman mentorship call, I promote all calls. Let me ask you guys a question. Let me take a drink here real quick. How many of you promoted this call? Be honest. How many of you promote? I want to know in the chat. Put a 111 in the chat. How many of you promoted this call? Because I can tell you this right now. If you did not promote the call and you are the only person showing up, that's a mistake. You are always in an act of promoting. I was told yesterday, dude, you are like the master promoter. You're promoting this, promoting that, promoting this, promoting. It just becomes a part of what you do. One of the secrets to success in this business is you just become good at promoting. Hey, if it's morning motivation, if it's a business building call or chairman mentorship, and there's 6, 7, 8-figure earners on there, count me in. I'm going to find a way to get on there, and I'm going to tell my team about it. We are always in a mode of promotion. You know that billionaires, with what they do, promote what they do. And then they hire a team to do it. Well, guess what? We are the team. Okay. We are promoters, not only for our own business. We're the CEO of our own lives, but we promote for Chris Terry, essentially. It's his company. And guess what? Some of us make a large sum of money because of all the promotion that we do. Okay. The same goes for our tools, whether it's e-commerce or trading or whatever. When you promote or you're using that stuff, whether you tell it to others or not, and you're using it and using it and using it and using it, eventually you're going to win. And the same goes with the business. Promote, 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 promote. If I know that Houston's coming in September, I start promoting now. Guys, start planning. I'm buying $5,000 worth of tickets. In fact, let's up that. Heck, man, when they release those tickets, I'm buying $10,000 worth of convention tickets. You can write that down. $10,000 worth of tickets. Not only am I going to go, but I'm going to make sure that my team is there. Why? Because I'm committed. And when you see me at that next convention, you wait until you see my rank. And the real question I have for you is, where are you going to be at? What's your rank going to be? Put it in the chat. What's your rank going to be by September 10th through the 12th in Houston, Texas? What's it going to be? What's a trading account going to look like? What's your e-commerce site? The revenue is going to look like, the daily profits, the weekly profits, the monthly profits. Go ahead and put your rank in there. You got to call. Listen, guys, today's Sunday, and this is my spiritual recharge day. Okay. You got to call the things that are not as though they already were. You have to call the things that are not as if they already were. Let me give you guys something. You want something cool? This was not part of what I was going to share with you guys, but you guys have taken the time to be on here. Now I'm going to give this to you because this is really, really important. I typed this up and I did it on a training. You guys need access to this. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give this to you guys right now. Let's do a share screen. And you guys need to memorize this, okay? This is what I memorized. When I said I'm going chairman, I personally commit, decide, and resolve. Guys, it takes a decision, it takes a commitment, and it even takes a resolve. To review the templates, what are the templates? I'll show those to you guys in a second. I have chairman tracker, okay? Here's what the scripture says. Whether you believe in scripture or not, listen to the principle. Whatever thing you desire, remember what David Amenitia is always talking about in Think and Grow Rich? Desire is the start of all achievement. When you ask in prayer, now when I think of ask, I also think about pondering, meditation, that you're asking, that you're praying, that you're meditating, that you're studying. And then it says believing. Meaning that you have to already believe it before you actually receive it. So believing that you have received it already, it shall be given to you. When I align my will with his will or the will of the universe, it will be done. And that is why I am happy and grateful now that I'm an XYZ rank by XYZ date, whatever it is that you guys write down. And that's why I make the commitment. That's why I make the decision. And that's why I make a resolve to do this every single day. Every day. When people ask me, but Brandon, when do I have to quit doing that? The answer is you don't. If you want to quit, then that means you quit living. Okay? We keep making progress. Okay, so I want to share that to you guys real quick, and I'll get you guys a copy of that as well. Okay? So promoting all the calls. Repeating the declarations. What are your affirmations or declarations? What are you declaring over your life? I am happy. I am grateful. I am prosperous. I am prayerful. I am abundant. I declare a certain rank. I declare that my bank account or trading account is going to look like this. I look at these declarations. I have 10 of them every day. I declare certain things over my life. Again, you got to put it down in writing or on your phone. Declare it ahead of time so that it actually comes to pass. You can't just have it in your head. Okay, because if it's in your head, you won't be committed. Here's another thing. Review your gratitude list. Review your gratitude list. Do you know what? Write this down. What we think about, not think about, what we think about, we bring about. What we think about in our lives, we bring about in our lives. What we think about, we bring about. You know what the key to happiness is? Thankfulness, a grateful heart. I am grateful already. I don't wait till I have the home of my dreams to be grateful. But guess what? I was grateful ahead of time, so I got the home of my dreams. And I will not give you the details of my home because I don't want to give income claims. And I don't want the FTC coming after me or the company. I want to hashtag protect the house. But I can tell you, I got the home of my dreams. I got the wife of my dreams. I've got the cars of my dreams. I've got the lifestyle of my dreams. I have the credit score of my dreams. I can pretty much do anything I want because I was grateful when I was broke. You see, I was so broke I couldn't see straight. This is years ago. Years ago, I was so broke at one point. I was broke emotionally, and I was broke financially, and I was even almost broke spiritually. But because I continued to be grateful, realizing that even for the Apostle Paul, he was shipwrecked, whipped, beaten, stoned, and imprisoned. And he said, I can do all things. I can do all things. Some of you are whacked, thumped, and jackhammered by life, yet you fail forward. You stay grateful. A grateful heart, a thankful heart is the key to happiness. The key to happiness is gratitude. Do you know what success is? Do you know what success is? Everyone gives a different definition of success. Do you know what I think success is? Success is happiness. Being happy about yourself and who you are. All the other stuff is additional. Success is happiness. So being grateful and having a grateful heart, no matter what your circumstances are, no matter what condition you're in, you stay grateful. Because some of you right now, you're thinking, man, after these last 8 to 10 months, I don't have a lot to be grateful for. Let me ask you a question. What's your recovery rate? It's 100%. Let me mention what I just said and repeat it to you. Your recovery rate for obstacles and setbacks in your life is 100%. And that's pretty dang good. That means 100% of the time that life smashes you in the face, you recover 100%. You're a champion. Think about that. You are a champion 100% of the time. When life has knocked you on the blind side, you have recovered. And guess what you said in the past? I don't know how I'm going to make it through this. You made it. I don't know how I'll ever get through that. You made it. I don't know how I'm ever going to overcome that setback. You did it. How am I ever going to overcome that business went down? I don't think I can ever build this again. You did it. A spouse or significant other left you. I don't know how I'm going to recover. You did it. You're recovering. Some of you are already recovered. Some of you were in financial ruin, and you're thinking right now, because of this pandemic, I don't know how I'm going to overcome it. Not only are you going to overcome this, you will have more prosperity in every area of your life than you've ever had before. And you've got to believe it. And when you believe it, you will achieve it. All right? It's going to happen for you. This is the year. This year was a year of testing, wasn't it? It's been a year of testing. But guess what? Your test will become your testimony. Your setback is simply a setup for a greater comeback. This is the year. 2021 will be the biggest year of your life. For some of us, 2020 has been the biggest year of our life, and it's also been the biggest challenge too. But guess what? Humility is great. It is good to be humbled. Some are compelled to be humble. We stay humble in both the good and the rough times. What did Les Brown say? He said, in the good times, you put it in your wallet. In the lean times, you put it in your heart. Okay? The bottom line is this, is that as you guys remain grateful, amazing things are going to happen to your life. And this is one of the reasons why I'm always, 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 always grateful. Constantly, consistently grateful. Okay? The last thing I want to share with you guys is every day, I got a whole bunch of books over here. I've got multiple bookshelves. I was going to pull down a bunch of books, but every day I'm reading books. You know why? Because books put faith in me. Books put faith in me. Now, some of you may say I'm dyslexic or whatever. I can't read, whatever the case may be. That's fine. Then listen to audios. You need to become obsessed with personal development. When I was going chairman in the beginning, I was obsessed with personal development already. When I got started in this industry in October of 1999, I became obsessed with personal growth. And because of that, some incredible things are happening. 7 out of 7 days, you do personal development. A person asks, well, how many days do I need to do it? How many days do you want to have faith? How many days do you want to have courage? How many days of the week do you want to be feeling good? I'd say for most people, it's 7 out of 7 days. It's not 4 out of 7. It's not 3 out of 7. It's not even 6 out of 7. You want to be feeling good and having faith, courage, desire, and belief 7 out of 7 days a week, my friends. Okay? So every day I do personal development. Whether it's book, audio, I do both. Okay? I need both. I've got to feed the fire, my faith. I got to flame it. Feed the fire, feed the fuel. Okay? Every day, we're lifting ourselves up. In fact, before you can encourage others, do you know what the good book says? I encouraged myself. It's pretty hard to encourage others if you yourself are not encouraged. And guess how you get encouraged? It's by feeding your mind. It's by feeding your spirit each and every day. You get encouraged, and now you can become an encourager to other people. This is how you lift other people, guys. A rising tide raises all ships. I'm glad my boat's on the water. I'm glad your boat's on the water. I'm glad you chose to be here, and I'm glad that you chose to be free. These are some of the major steps that I've taken to become a chairman inside this company, but a chairman and beyond, a very successful trader, an educator, a go live educator, something I never thought that I was actually going to do. Something that I never thought I personally was actually going to do. It happened. It's not even something I sought for, but as I continued to build myself as a person, things started to happen for me. They're going to happen for you because you work harder on you than you do your job. One day you won't even have a job. You can do what you want. You work on yourself every day. As you work on yourself every day to become a better person, I want you today to start becoming obsessed with progress. Guys, become obsessed with progress. Obsessed with progress. And I promise you that things will move in your favor. I love you guys. I care for you. Attend these calls, as many as you can get on, and then make the commitment that whatever I write down, my plan is to take action. When? Immediately. Immediately, I'm going to put it into play, and the winds of favor are going to blow in your life. The winds of favor, blessing, and abundance are going to blow towards you. If you believe that, put an amen inside the chat box. This is Brandon Boyd, Chairman 50, soon to be Chairman 500. I'll see you guys next time. Have a fabulous Sunday. We'll see you guys at the top. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you for being on.